And look at that, Miss Maxie performed a magic trick. I'm now in different clothes. We're going to continue with our writing lesson. So we're starting on page 11. Page 11 in your books. It will look like this. I'll share my screen so you can see. So it will say theme, the first Americans, and page 11. We're going to read our mentor text. A mentor text is just an example of the kind of writing we're learning about. So today we are going to read this paragraph here, the mentor text called Special Clothes for a Special Day. And it says up here that Jaden wrote an informational paragraph telling what the, I'm not sure how to pronounce that word, but it looks like it's the name of a group of people. And I want to be respectful, so I'm going to go look up how to pronounce that. Let's watch this video. Oglala. Okay. So Jaden wrote an informational paragraph telling what the Oglala Lakota people wear to a celebration. Let's read it. So if you're in your books, we're on page 11 and you can follow along as I read out loud. Special Clothes for a Special Day by Jaden Cook. Do you have special clothes for special days? Every August, the Oglala Lakota people in South Dakota have a celebration. They dress like their ancestors. Ancestors are the people who lived before them. Their ancestors wore dresses, pants, and moccasins made from animal skins. Moccasins are shoes. The Oglala also wore clothes with beautiful beads. Some of the beads showed animals. Some showed plants. The Oglala respect nature and their ancestors. They show this respect by wearing special clothing. So now I'm going to ask you a couple questions about our mentor text, and I want you to take a minute, think in your head, and answer out loud, and then I'll follow through with what you might have said. So our first question is, what did Jaden inform his readers about? What did Jaden inform his readers about? We know this is an informational paragraph. What was he telling us about? Just take a minute. Maybe say it out loud when you're ready. You can pause the video if you're still thinking. You might have responded that Jaden was informing his readers about special clothing the Oglala Lakota people wear at celebrations. So my next question for you is, why do the Oglala Lakota people dress as their ancestors dressed? Why do the Oglala Lakota people dress as their ancestors dressed? Think about it. You can pause if you're still thinking. You might have said that the Oglala Lakota people dress as their ancestors dressed as a way of showing respect for them, to show respect for their ancestors. Next, we're going to reread our mentor text. I'll read it along with you. And this time, instead of reading as just readers, we're going to read as writers. So I'll tell you a little about what that means. You're going to need your green, your yellow, and your red pencil or marker or crayon. And we're going to look at the instructions over here on the right side. We're still on page 11. So the first one says, did Jaden write a beginning? Underline his topic in green. So I'll try to annotate on my screen. It wants us to underline his topic in green. So it will look like that, but you'll underline over here on the passage. The second one says, did he write a middle? Underline facts and details about the topic in yellow. So underline facts and details about the topic in yellow. And the third one, did he write the end? Underline sentences that sum up the information in red. Underline sentences that sum up the information in red. Okay, so you can take a minute to go get your supplies, your green, yellow, and red colored pencil, and you can pause the video if you need to, and we will reread our mentor text. Special Clothes for a Special Day by Jaden Cook. Do you have special clothes for special days? Every August, the Oglala Lakota people in South Dakota have a celebration. They dress like their ancestors. Ancestors are the people who lived before them. Their ancestors wore dresses, pants, and moccasins made from animal skins. Moccasins are shoes. The Oglala also wore clothes with beautiful beads. Some of the beads showed animals. Some showed plants. The Oglala respect nature and their ancestors. They show this respect by wearing special clothing. Okay, so maybe you were underlining as I read, or maybe you'd like to take a couple minutes now to go back and find the beginning and underline the beginning in green. Underline the middle in yellow, facts and details in yellow, and underline sentences that sum up the information or the end in red. And this will be turned in at the end of class. So I'm not going to show you the right answers right now because I want you to do it on your own and turn it in at the end of class. If you are in person, you can give it to your teacher. If you are virtual, you can take a picture and turn it in on Schoology. Now, think about the colors we just used to underline in our mentor text. We had red, yellow, and green. Did these three colors make you think of anything together? Where in your everyday life do you see these three colors together? I don't know about you, but I'm thinking of when I'm in the car and I come up to a stoplight and I either see the red one lit up or the yellow or the green. So at a stoplight or a traffic light, the green means go or start. So that's kind of why we used green for the beginning of our paragraph when we underlined, because that's the beginning, that's when you go, that's when you start. The yellow is kind of in the middle, so it's not completely going, not completely stopping, but just in the middle. And that's why we used yellow for the middle of our paragraph. And why do you think we used red at the end? Why would we use red at the end? You can think in your head, say the answer out loud. That's right. You might have said that we used red at the end because red means to stop at the traffic light. So red is where it stops, where it ends. Now we're almost done with our writing for the day. I just have one last thing for you guys to do. It's called a quick write. So I just want you to take a piece of paper and a pencil, and you're going to write an answer to this question. What is included in each part of an informational paragraph? So you can think back to what we learned about informational writing from page 10 in your book. That might be helpful. You can think about the mentor text we read and how we used red, yellow, and green to underline different parts. But just write down this answer, and you can take a picture of it if you are virtual, or you can show it to your teacher if you are in person. And that is it for our writing session today. So thank you guys, and I'm looking forward to learning more about writing with you tomorrow.